Alright. Um, gonna roll one. Talking about losing people you love. I watched a video. Demolition Ranch. Matt character. Good people. Watching them for many years. And it made me think. I've never talked about it to anybody. Wrote a letter, it disappeared. I don't know where it went. I lost my stepdad over a year ago. I miss him like crazy. The very last time I talked to him, I told him thank you for being my dad. Back in the 80s, guys ran when they heard girls had kids. He never ran. He stayed there the whole time. He played ball hockey with us in the street. Soccer, football, basketball. He did things with us. I miss him. I talked to him a month before he passed away, and he told me there was times I called that he wanted to pick up and say hi to me, but he couldn't because he'd freak out. And he didn't want to freak out on me because I was his son. I was only his stepson. But I miss him. Never talked to anybody about this. Never talked to anybody. And I figured I should because when my grandfather passed away, it was 6-7 years later, I realized, he was gone, he passed. And it hurt. I pulled over, beat the shit out of my car. People stopped to see if I was okay. And I threatened to beat them up because I was hurting. I seen them the next day and apologized. I don't know, I really miss my stepdad. I don't know if I'll ever get over it. I don't know if this will ever pass. I won't get over it. I don't know if it will get easier. I sit alone at night sometimes and I think about him and I cry. It's not easy. And I'm only doing this video because I watched one of my shows on YouTube and he was talking about his brother and they were close. And I figured if I can't talk to people about this. If I do it this way, I feel it'll be alright. It'll be easier. Maybe life will get easier. I've been thinking about him a lot since New Year's. Because on New Year's Eve, Pam, the one I'm dating, I tell everybody she's my wife, asked me to go to the hospital, and I said, tomorrow. I don't want to go on New Year's Eve, it'll be packed. I come upstairs to where I've been quarantining myself because I had a throat infection and it was getting worse. And I sat down and I heard voices in my head. I don't know if it was my grandfather, my dad, but I heard voices. I think my aunts who passed away told me, go to the doctors, go to the hospital. And I went. When the doctor came to see me, he rushed me to a room to cut the inside of my throat open because the infection was going to burst and it was going to kill me. I asked if he could wait because I had relatives coming to sit with me while I was in the hospital. I asked if he could wait until they showed up. They were coming from Niagara Falls. It was my Aunt Val and my Uncle Bobby. Just to sit with me in the hospital to make sure I was alright. So I asked if he could wait. On New Year's Eve, get ride setups because people do drink and drive. And doctor said they could be here in 25 minutes or 45 minutes. And he didn't think I had that long. He said if the infection broke, it would kill me. In seconds, I'm telling you. You see a lot of things when you are told you might not make 45 minutes. I told the doctor I wasn't going to come. I was going to wait until tomorrow on New Year's. He told me that by 2 o'clock in the morning, my wife would have been calling 911, thinking we slept beside each other, that she would hear me gasping for air. When one of us are sick, we quarantine ourselves, and we sit in my game room. We got a TV, so we're not staring at the walls or using our phones. So I told him. He said I would have been gasping for air because my air would have been cut off from the swelling in my throat and the disease breaking, or the infection breaking and going down into my system, and it would have killed me. I've seen a lot. I've seen my whole life flash before my eyes. I've seen all the good I did in my life. I've seen all the bad shit I did in my life. And I got a daughter who I thank Pam every day for letting me raise her. I've never raised any of my children. I was married. I don't know if the child's mine. But 6 months, 7 months into it, 8 months into us having him, shit happened, and we didn't stay together. I left. And then I was seeing him, and then she moved and never told me where she moved, would never tell me. He was a certain age, I can't remember. And she told him that when he asked my aunt to find me, she told him that I was dead. I don't know. We finally got divorced. She's remarried. But yeah, I never really gotten over my dad. I wish he was still here so he could meet my daughter Jackie Lynn. He has pictures of my daughter Faith. I don't know how to deal with it, really. I have my good days, I have my bad days. When I think about them, I have the good days, but if I let it get to me, it's bad days, and kids will do something and I'll yell at them for no reason. I was always told I was a piece of shit. I am redneck. I am a hillbilly. And, life goes on. Yeah, so I don't know how to deal with it sometimes, I guess. I think about him all the time. I look up to the sky and tell him I love him. The very last time I talked to him, I thanked him for being my dad. I was 5 years old, going on 5. My brother he's 2 years younger than me. In the 80s, if a girl said she had kids, the guys would run. That's just the way things were in life, right? He didn't run. He stayed. And he was in my life 40 years. So I thanked him for being my dad, for being there for me, for still talking to me when I went to jail, for still considering me his son. When him and my mom split up, he didn't have to. He could have went his own way and it would have been that, right? But he stuck around, raised us. If he could work, he would, but he was on disability and we needed something, we always got it. I remember my mom wouldn't let me get a rat. She kept telling me, no, 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 we're not allowed, you're not allowed a rat. She went to work. Um, my my dad had a couple drinks, and I knew when he was drinking, I could get what I want. So I asked him if I could have a rat, and he said yes. I brought it home. My mom was mad. She got over it. My mom told me no more animals. He let me get this bird. It was called a quail. It was an awesome little bird. Would never come to me. My mom would make noises and it would run to her. But my dad let me have it, and that's all that mattered to me. He even gave me the money for it. And, we didn't always have what we wanted, but he would get us what he could. Like, he got us brand new BMXs and we couldn't afford it. He saved up for it. He did lots for me. And I miss him. He was like one of my best friends. Shit, we even went to the bar drinking together. And I was underage. But we went drinking. And I love the man for that. I still love him today. His biological son, Jay, him and Joe still talk. Jay's got a family of his own, so, and I got my family. My brother Joe's got his family, so it's not like we can be with each other all the time. But when we can, we do. It's not often. This summer I want to do lots with my brothers. Jay's mom, I consider her my stepmom. If you can hear the music in the background, it's Upchurch, Adam Calhoun, Demon Jones, kid behind the camera did a song about his dad. I played it. I listen to music. Why? Oh, that was my notification for YouTube. That's how I deal with things, is music. I listen to music. I play it loud sometimes. Neighbors get mad. But it's what I do. I don't drink. Well, I have the odd beer here and there, once in a blue moon. A case of beer lasts me a year. I smoke weed. But it's good for you. I just wanted to come out and say how I miss my dad. When he passed away, my aunt called me. And I knew he passed away because she called me at 7:30 in the morning. And I answered the phone crying. I answered it crying because I knew I wasn't going to get to talk to him again. I knew we wouldn't see him again. I knew I wouldn't hear his voice. But I have a real dad. I met him when I was 19. Him and my mom are married. They live in BC. But he got sober 2 years ago. Quit drinking. Stopped talking to me. Haven't talked to him since. I can call the house and he'll be sitting there and he won't pick up the phone. He won't say, hey, what's up? How are you? Nothing. So I see it. I was good enough while he was drinking to talk to. But he got sober and I was no good no more. So, a year ago, February 27th, I lost my dad. My dad who would talk to me. My dad who fought cancer for over 5 years. But you know, I wake up some mornings and I think, God, I don't have a dad. And it sucks. So I guess what I'm saying is, if you lose somebody you love, talk to somebody. Just to ease it a little. For me, I can't. Like, I grew up men don't cry. In the past 3-4 years, fucking cried a lot. Lost a lot of good friends. Lost my dad. I lost my Aunt Sherry. I've cried a lot. Thinking about it makes me want to cry. My Uncle Bobby gave me joints I rolled for my Aunt Sherry. I don't even know how long ago. A couple of years ago. Like years ago. It was before me and Pam got together, and we've been together almost 7 years, so, you know, probably 8-9 years ago. And they're still sitting in the pill bottle she had them in with the lighter and the joint and a half that she had in there. I miss her every day. We had our ups and downs, you know, but I loved her. And the funny thing is I met her before my uncle and her met. I was friends with her son, Norm. Wow. Yeah, so if you lose someone and it's hard, talk to somebody. Don't hold it in, because let me tell you, it's not going to get easier. You hold it in, it's going to get harder. My daughter was 6 months old, and we lost my wife's mom. We got in trouble by the hospital because we let her hold my daughter. She was sick. We had to wear gowns, but my daughter didn't. She could go in there and see her grandmother. So we took her outside to sit, and I let her hold her grandchild. I'm not going to tell the woman no. It's her granddaughter. I have no right telling her no, she can't hold her. If I did, that's an asshole. I wasn't being an asshole to a woman. She was on her dying bed. You know. And I didn't want to be that asshole towards her. She was a good woman. I wish my wife's dad was alive. That paper fucked up. I think I did it wrong. So we'll fix it. Yeah, I wish my wife's dad was alive to see my daughter. I wish my grandfather was still alive so he could meet Jackie Lynn. You know. Same thing with my grandfather when he died. It was 3 months. Last time I seen him was 3 months before he passed. And then I seen him go into the hospital on a stretcher. That was the last time I ever seen him until the casket. Yeah. So what I'm saying is, Talk to people. Don't let things get to you too much. Speak to someone if you lost someone. I'm lighting a candle. Not in memory of anybody, because I like candles. I like sitting in candlelight. My grandfather liked it. I remember going to his house and doing it with him. Why are you not fucking lighting my candle? Come on now. Don't do this to me. Yeah, I used to sit at my grandfather's and we'd sit in the dark having a beer with a candle. Yeah, so talk to somebody if you lost someone that you love, because it don't get easier. It gets easier, just I don't know how to say it. It gets a little easier, maybe, for some people. I don't take it too easily. I don't talk to people about it. As you can see, I'm doing a video. I'm going to post this on YouTube, and that's where the family will see it. The family that's subscribed to my YouTube channel will see it there. It's in the memory of you, Dad. I'm going to smoke this joint in the memory of my dad, because I miss him and I love him. I miss him lots. So yeah, if you ever talk to somebody when you lose somebody, don't matter who you talk to, just talk to somebody that will listen. I have lots of people that will listen. I don't know how to talk to them about stuff like this, so I'm going to put it on YouTube. Some of them are subscribed to my channel, some of them aren't, but people will see it sooner or later. I just want to say I love you all.